Hello there and welcome. This is the newspaper review right here on TAP TV for today, the 10th day of May 2022. My name is Cyril Aloysius, and as you know, it has always been my pleasure to bring you newspaper headlines. Before I'm going to be doing that for today, as usual, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, all of the headlines will be coming your way. Do stay with us. We'll be right back after the short break.
Hey there! Are you looking to record your videos, do your voiceovers, and take your professional pictures? Look no further. With our state-of-the-art newsroom, photography, kitchen for our food content creators, and exclusive children's studio, we certainly can deliver the best studio experience. Our carefully designed studio space can bring your diverse creative content ideas to life. We aim to consistently serve value to our customers far and wide. Come, let Tharv Media give life to your dreams. Tharv Media, a slice of infotainment.
Okay, you're welcome back from that short break and taking you straight to the first paper we shall be looking at for today. We shall be looking at the Vanguard. Amongst the headlines in the Vanguard, we have puzzles as Lawan, Sylva, Ayade join race for APC ticket. Puzzles as Lawan, Sylva, Ayade join race for APC ticket. That's on page 5 of the Vanguard. And next in the Vanguard, we have 2023 presidency. Why I won't resign now. CBN Governor Emefiele tells court. Why I won't resign now. CBN Governor Emefiele tells court. That's on page 8 of the Vanguard. And next in the Vanguard, we have aviation fuel. Airline operators meet reps leadership to buy product at 480 naira per litre. Airline operators meet reps leadership to buy product at 480 naira per litre. That's on page 8 as well of the Vanguard. And next in the Vanguard, we have bandits kill 8, abduct many, set condition for peace in Sokoto village. Bandits kill 8, abduct many, set condition for peace in Sokoto village. That's on page 6 of the Vanguard newspaper. And in the top part of the Vanguard, we have SEC moves to fully digitize capital market operations. SEC moves to fully digitize capital market operations. That's on page 19 of the Vanguard. And next in the Vanguard, we have Methodist Church. Parents, students kick against ASU continued strike. Methodist Church parents and students kick against ASU's continued strike. FG considers Briggs' report on renegotiations committee. That's on page 7 of page 8, I beg your pardon, of the Vanguard. And in page 11 of the Vanguard, we have Nigeria needs courageous leaders to overcome challenges. Nigeria needs courageous leaders to overcome challenges, according to Saraki on page 11 of the Vanguard. And then page 35, we have Plateau 2023. Plateau 2023. 18 APC aspirants won Lawan against imposition. Threaten defection. That's on page 35 of the Vanguard. And lastly, in the Vanguard for today, we have train attack. Train attack. Don't resume service until our loved ones are rescued. Family, according to family members on page 7 of the Vanguard. I'll go again. Train attack. Don't resume service until our loved ones are rescued. That's on page 7, according to family members. Okay, that's the much we can take in the Vanguard for today. You want more details on those headlines, do get a copy of the Vanguard for yourself. And now we shall be looking at the Daily Sun. Amongst the headlines in the Daily Sun, we have 2023 presidency. Lawan's entry causes jitters in South. 2023 presidency. Lawan's entry causes jitters in South. That's on page 6 of the Daily Sun. And next In Daily Sun, we have PDP NWC in crucial meeting as Saraki records breakthrough among delegates. PDP NWC in crucial meeting as Saraki records breakthrough amongst delegates, I beg your pardon, that's on page 6 of the Daily Sun. And next, in Daily Sun, we have 2023. I have learned a lot under Buhari. I have learned a lot under Buhari. That's Osibanjo saying on page 26 of the Daily Sun. And in page 28 of Daily Sun, we have outrage as ASU extends strike by 12 weeks. Outrage as ASU extends strike by 12 weeks. That's on page 28 of the Daily Sun. Next in Daily Sun, we have UTME. 1.4 candidates, 1.4 million candidates, I beg your pardon, wrote exam in 2 days, says JAMB. That's on page 26 of the Daily Sun. And lastly, in the Daily Sun, we have court stalls CBN governor's bid to stop disqualification and sack. That's on page 26. Court stalls CBN governor's bid to stop disqualification and sack. That's on page 26 of Daily Sun. Okay, that's the much we can take in Daily Sun as well. You want more details on those headlines? Do get a copy of Daily Sun and the Vanguard for yourself. I'm taking you straight now to our last paper for today. We shall be looking at the Punch. Amongst the headlines in the Punch, in the mid part of the Punch, we have presidential bid. Presidential bid, INEC, CBN partnership on the threat over Emefiele's APC membership. Presidential bid, INEC, the CBN's partnership on the threat over Emefiele's APC membership. That's on page 2 of the Punch. And next in the Punch, we have Tinubu, Atiku lobby delegates. Promise to tackle nation's disunity. That's on page 9 of the Punch. Tinubu, Atiku lobby delegates. Promises to tackle nation's disunity. That's on page 9 of the Punch. And we also have in page 4 and 5 of the Punch, NYSC controversy. Kwara Poli blames hacker. Imposter declared wanted. Kwara Poli blames hacker. Imposter declared wanted. That's on page 4 and 5 of the Punch. And next we have abducted train passengers' families seek government intervention. Abducted train passengers' families seek government intervention. That's on page 9 of the Punch. And next in the Punch, we have refineries probe. Refineries probe. Reps grill Sylva Kyari today. Say appearance compulsory. Refineries probe. Reps grill Sylva and Kyari today. Say appearance compulsory. That's on page 31 of the Punch. And in the top mid part of the Punch, we have in page 27, fuel queues persist in Abuja. Petrol sells for 300 naira per liter. Fuel queues persist in Abuja. Petrol sells for 300 naira per liter. That's on page 27 of the Punch. And lastly, in the Punch for today, APC rules out imposition. Groups pick Jonathan. Lawan's forms. That's on page 19 of the Punch. APC rules out imposition. Groups pick Jonathan. Lawan's forms. That's on page 19 of the Punch. Okay, thank you so much for staying faithful. That is the much we can take in the newspaper headlines. Right about now, it's time for us to move over to our discussion segment, a segment where we throw more light on few of the headlines you heard in today's papers. But shortly before we do that, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll take you straight to our discussions for today. Do stay with us. We'll be right back after the short break.
Have you registered for your permanent voter's card? I mean, your PVC. There is a Nigeria we all seek, a place where love, peace, security, and unity can reign supreme.
Waste no time. We want a country where peace and justice will be the order of the day.
Unfortunately, there's a problem. One big challenge this generation has to solve.
Our country cries for help every day. We need able and capable hands to lead and direct.
These capable hands can be you. Have you gotten your PVC? Have you registered for the ongoing voting process? Don't say your vote does not count. Yes, it does.
Have you gotten your PVC? Your apathy towards Nigeria's electioneering process will further inhibit our collective growth and development as a nation. Your refusal to participate and engage will keep us at a standstill. So be intentional.
I have my PVC. Your votes, your voice would go a long way in preventing absolute destruction of this country and the future of our children, the hope of tomorrow.
The 2023 Nigerian elections are just around the corner. Go out and get heard. Don't forget, your vote, your voice.
This message is proudly brought to you by Thav Media Limited. Okay, you're welcome back from that short break, and joining me in today's discussion segment, as usual, is Mr. Victor. Mr. Victor, you're welcome to join me once again.
Sir. Thank you.
All right, let's go straight to the business of today. In our last newspaper review, I think that was yesterday, one of our followers asked a question, and the person was like, why is the CBN governor's presidential ambition causing an uproar at the moment? And in the papers today, we also have a particular headline that also talks about the CBN governor. It reads, INEC CBN partnership under threat over Emefiele's APC membership. So I don't know what you have to say on this particular headline. Please, I would like you to treat the question asked by one of our followers, please.
Okay, why it's causing an uproar is, first of all, it's a new thing in this country where you have the CBN governor becoming a politician while on seat. Okay? It is also causing an uproar because he's been hiding from this. Okay? Remember the vehicles that was captured in photos and was shared everywhere?
Yeah.
That one happened about a month ago, and just last week another picture also emerged, meaning that he's been a politician all this while. He's been preparing for this.
But
it's
he
also
never
an uproar.
He never voiced out.
He never voiced out. It's also an uproar because he's trying to come out. Oh, there's too many things to talk about this. Mind you, especially the rice farmers and his friends. They say rice farmers, friends, and others. I say 3 groups. But for the fact that from a point of these guys that you're now coming out, you even joined the bandwagon of the will I say the corny politicians that we have. It came through also through their style. I don't know if you get my point.
Yes.
Meaning that you share the same ideas, the same philosophy with these politicians that we are crying that we need a proper change, a proper filtering. Okay, that means you don't even have, from the eyes of an average Nigerian, that means he does not even have that moral justification at the moment. Now, mind you, people are crying out foul because as a CBN governor, he did not do good to the people, to businesses. Mind you, I'm sure he was the one that advised the president to shut down the borders, especially because of rice. The border was shut.
Are there proofs on that?
Well, there are insinuations. That's why I say reports.
Okay.
So they shut down the border, which was a very dangerous move that the president made. Shut down the borders, and yes, the customs were making out monies, okay, and the bad custom guys, because you know Nigeria now. But, you bribe your way.
But the shutting of the border, don't you think it's for the? Should I say, they can't just shut down the border just for shutting's sake. It has to be for some good reasons, you know.
But in this case, for instance, let's say for rice. Rice is a staple food in Nigeria.
Yes.
No matter it affects our economy, no two ways about that. Both in or out. Now, you were, in as much as you shut down the borders, we know that our borders are porous, so you shut it down, but these persons were still bringing in this same rice. But now, the foreign rice, they were now making a whole lot of profit.
Okay.
I don't know if you get that.
Yes.
Now, coming from the economic aspect, what impact did it even have on the economy? As far as I'm concerned, as a negative impact. Because the so-called local rice, was now expensive, more expensive than the imported rice. Are you getting that?
Okay.
So I saw it as and they were seeing it that this thing wasn't working, but they kept on, and they were pushing the average Nigerians into the poverty line.
So, Mr. Victor, in as much as yes, his ambition is actually causing an uproar, there are still a lot of persons who are still thinking at the moment that it shouldn't. I mean, it should be seen as a normal thing. Every individual should have that freedom, you know, to chase his or her ambition. His decision not to voice out all this while might be personal, and we can't blame him for that. Don't you think so?
Sure, he's a Nigerian. He's a civil servant, not even a political appointee. Mind you, the Electoral Act of 8412 stated that political appointees need to resign their position 30 days before the election. Now, the question is it 30 days before primaries? Is it 30 days to the main election? So he went to court. Mind you, I'm having an issue with Emefiele personally because of the corny tactics he's been playing out. He registered. Oh, where do I even? I need to join all this very well. He registered as an APC member last year. Okay? Last year, February 2021. And mind you, he is the CBN governor. And he has a relationship, just like the headline you read about.
Yes.
CBN has a relationship with INEC. Mind you, because the vault, the CBN vault, is where the sensitive materials of every election comes out from. So he has already turned a politician, because he's the leader of the CBN. He has already turned a politician, meaning that he can be influenced.
But I don't know. I want to ask: Is it possible for you to be a CBN governor without being a politician in quotes?
No, why not?
So what I'm saying,
you can be in fact you are not supposed for the fact that it's a sensitive position. You are not supposed to be a politician. Okay, just imagine INEC chairman becoming a politician.
Okay.
So tomorrow now we just see INEC chairman declaring for that he wants to become a president.
Now I understand where you're coming from.
Or even our chief of staff coming tomorrow now to say.
Now I understand where you're coming. I understand where you're coming from.
So from the basis of morality, I did not expect him. I thought it was just mere jokes.
Okay.
I did not expect him to come out. The fact that he has even called out a lawyer in the name of Ozokome, SAN, to say, okay, go to the court and let's get a better interpretation. Thank God, yesterday the court were like, okay, we need the Attorney General of the Federation to be present and the INEC to be present to answer these questions, not just the court. So by May 12th, meaning next tomorrow, we will see the progress of this case. And mind you, today is the last day of obtaining forms, and I think by tomorrow, tomorrow is May 11th, will be the last day. I will also verify that properly. Will be the last day of submission of forms.
Don't you think the date might be extended? The deadline might be extended?
No. They've already extended it to May 10th.
Okay.
The primaries are almost here. From next week.
Okay.
From next week, they need to do elections with respect to the delegates. So there is no time anymore.
Okay.
No time anymore.
So, Mr. Victor, I think yes, I've been able to understand the angle from which you are coming from. It's just like a referee who should be neutral in a game, taking sides. So I get where you're coming from. Okay, so let's just draw the course on that particular headline. Also, before we call it a day, I would like to know what you have to say concerning Lawan, Sylva, and Ayade's I think, joining the race of picking tickets in APC. I think we have the headline here. This one says, puzzles as Lawan, Sylva, Ayade join race for APC ticket. So I don't know what's your take on that.
I think we should just go back to our constitution and just say everybody, both Dick, Tom and Harry, should just come out and declare their interest. Senate president is coming out. Vice president has already declared. In fact, it's now remaining, like I told you now, INEC chairman.
It's now
wife of the president.
It's
children of the president.
It's now beginning to look like, oh, someone just opened the gates and it's time for everybody now to now declare interest.
We have Lawan, just like you mentioned, Lawan, Senate president. We have Ayade, governor of Cross River. We have Emefiele, Sylva, Minister of Petroleum, the state. You know, the Oga Pata Pata.
The competition will really be tough.
The Minister of Petroleum. So, Minister of State of Petroleum is Emefiele, Sylva. Now I question, don't you think the APC are not playing a puzzle here? Don't you think there is not a big wig that is financing all these 100 million, that is spreading this 100 million? Maybe towards the end,
something suspicious.
They can now collapse their dreams and support one candidate that has brought out that money. I really think that could happen. Secondly, is it that these politicians are buying their way into the next government? Meaning that they can come out to say, oh, I was among the presidential aspirants, but I stepped down for you to win. So you need to give me a portfolio.
Okay.
Could it be?
Who knows? Who knows?
But now, come to the from the other angle. Nigerians are crying. The poor are crying. Students are crying. These monies you guys are using, I know it is your money.
Even the rich is also crying right now.
It is your money, oh sure. These monies that you guys are using, can't you invest it towards the education of this country? Can't you invest this money into building hospitals? Can't you invest
they have extended strike by 12 weeks.
So you find out that these politicians, they are after their pocket. It is solely for their interest.
It's obvious.
Solely for their interest. Okay, just also yesterday, we got the news that the Amajiris, a Fulani group, bought the farm for the former president, Goodluck Jonathan. I've just been wondering, who is doing all these things? Okay, Nigeria, in fact, as it stands, most political analysts are confused with the rate of the style of politics right now. Because, okay, just like the Jonathan scenario, the Amajiris came out to say, oh, during the last, during his reign, he helped them, he invested so much in them, so for that they've gathered the money to say, please, Baba, come back and complete and do another 4 years. There's also this report saying that Jonathan comes in, he only do 4 years and hands power back to the north. That aside, but his spokesperson, in quotes, in fact, guy, I'm confused. His spokesperson came out also yesterday to debunk that
such thoughts.
He will not be running for presidency.
Yes.
That he's not part of the Amajiris that spent 100 million naira for the nomination form and the letter of interest.
So who do we believe now?
My brother, I am tired. Now why I tell you that I'm tired and confused is that just after the Amajiris bought that form, there was a picture of, just hours after that, a picture surfaced that Jonathan himself met Senate president, not the Senate president, met the leader of the APC chairman, Adamu, just after the purchase of that form. But we'll see, from between today and tomorrow, we'll see whether that form has been signed. Because he has to put his ink on that, on the paper. So I believe by today, tomorrow, the party secretariat in Abuja will get filled up, and we now know even the person, some persons have declared verbally declared interest, but they've not yet bought the forms. So I believe before the end of today and tomorrow, we should be able to have these facts.
Okay. So shortly before I call it a day, should the news that Jonathan has decided to debunk such thoughts that he is contesting for election, should that news be true, what do you think it spells for APC come 2022 elections? What do you think it means?
To me, it's inconsequential.
Okay.
I don't even see the reason why the former president will be coming to play in the mud with these guys, because he has made his name, as far as I'm concerned.
And
in as much as I did not support his reign, I did not support his leadership because he was too weak, and he really did not do much.
Too weak, you say?
Yes, he was too weak, and he really did not do much. Okay, so personally, I have my own issues with him, with his style.
Okay.
Okay, and with his achievements.
Okay.
Could have done better, but I'm also raising his hands when it comes to peacemaking, because mind you, he was more like the first president that I can remember that lost power in modern times, that lost power, and he came out to say congratulations,
I lost
on the same day that the results were announced. On a normal, even the Buhari of today he will never. They will go for one court case to the other, down to the Supreme Court.
Why do you think so?
No, that was his time. Even in 2011 with
so what if he has changed? What if he has changed?
Who?
What if he's a changed man?
Who?
What if he's a changed man?
My brother, leave that one.
Yeah, people change. What if he's a changed man?
See, whether you drag goat to the tree or you drag the tree to the goat, the time has been done. So forget about that, my brother.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Victor, for sharing your thoughts. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. We really, really do appreciate you. And as for you who has been watching us, who has been faithful to your screen, thank you so much for sticking there. Without you, we would not be here. Please do want to follow us on all our social media platforms. On YouTube, it's Ataf TV. On Instagram, it's Ataf TV _NG. On Facebook, it's Ataf TV. And on Twitter, it's @Ataf TV. My name remains Cyril Aloysius, and this is where we have to call it a wrap on today's segment of the newspaper review. Please do also turn on your notification bells as well, so that when we do come online, you would be notified. And until we come your way again next time, do have a wonderful day.